Hello everybody. Lesson M3 is to fold a cube. A cube can be used as a brick to construct any structure like this doghouse. Now let's look at the folding diagram. Start with a square paper. Lightly fold on the center, then make a mark on the center and fold the quarter lines, and then make the fold. This is your origami model. This is a modular origami. We need 6 modules to make a cube. Now, let's look at the demonstration of the assembly. The paper size, 1 to 2. Bring 2 ends together, just a pinch, mark the center. Then fold one end to the center, and then fold the other end to the center. That's the module. Fold 6 identical modules and assemble them. So it's the same colors face each other, and you have total 6. And same color face to each other. And bring them together. And the cap, the last one. And here's a cube. We may also attach 2 cubes together. Reassemble the last module to have its 2 flaps come out. The purpose is to attach the 2 flaps to the other cube and insert the 2 flaps into the other cube. An easy way is to take it out and then attach it to the other cube first, and not completely. Leave a bigger gap so that it's easy to attach the other cube together. And you have an interlocking attached 2 cubes. Let's look at the mass of this origami. This module is a half of a square. The ratio of length to width is 2 to 1. A cube is a 3-dimensional object. From the assembly, we know that it has 6 faces. Each face is a square. When the length of all edges is 1, the cube is called unit cube, or a cube of standard. This is a block. It looks bigger than the unit cube. How big is this block? We can compare it with the unit cube, the standard. Let's fill the block with the unit cubes and see how many cubes are there. Start with 1, and then 2, 3, 4 in a row. And then we add another row, and then third row. The block is filled with 1 layer of the cubes. There's room for another layer. The length of this block is 4 cubes. The width is 3 cubes. The height is 2 cubes. The amount of the space occupied by unit cubes is called volume, which is used to measure the size of a block. How many cubes are there? We can count 1, 2, 3, 4 till 24. Another way is to add 6 rows of 4 cubes, get the same result, but less calculation. The most efficient way is multiplication. Multiplying the length, the width, and the height, we get the same result with the least calculation. That's why we need to learn multiplication by heart. Now we know the volume of this block is equivalent to 24 unit cubes. Now we have learned the volume of a block is a multiplication of its length, width, and height. With this simple mathematical formula, we can calculate the volume of any block. Next, let's move on to the genius challenge to calculate the volume of another cube. If the square paper used in folding the cube has a length of 8, your challenge is to determine the volume of this cube. You may pause the video and figure it out. The answer will be given at the end of this lesson. Finally, the genius challenge on the creativity is for you to create a unique art using the cubes. First example is the graphics on the cube. Each face of the cube has a different picture. The second example is a mosaic of the cubes. The third example is the installation of cubes on the wall, which use different quantity, size, and color in the creative thinking. Now it's your turn to be inspired, to be creative, to unleash your imagination. Go OMG! Here is the key. If the size is 8, half is 4, so are all the edges of the cube. Multiply length, width, and height. You got the volume